now starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Albans. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Through different eyes.
Yo, this is Dan Harsha, and this is the Guitar Gurus, and with me always is...
Dan Albans here.
How you doing tonight, bud?
Man, it's awesome, dude. I'm so excited once again to get another quality episode in here, man. Have another great week. How are you?
Dude, it's Tuesday night, and we're recording the show. I'm stoked. I'm excited. The week has started out as best it can in this kind of era and this kind of time. The show's moving right along. Viewership was at a high last week, and last week's episode was awesome, man.
It was very awesome.
So I'm still riding that wave, crashing it into this episode this week. But first up, let's thank last week's guest, man. Then we'll kick things off tonight.
Yeah.
First up, thank you, Bronco Hodzik Photography. Bronco Hodzik, thank you, sir, coming on, talking about Crabbers, the show. Your YouTube channel and everything you got going on, and of course your photography business is open and looking for clients in the local market. So check him out, man.
Yeah, all right.
He's a good dude, man.
He's a very good dude.
Dude, that episode was awesome.
I was watching all that stuff he has on YouTube.
So yeah,
so good.
So as I watched it, it's great material, but were you watching it from the filmmaker's perspective, how he put it together? And it's just great.
All right, yeah, I'll be guilty. I'm going to have to watch it a few times because I did watch it from his perspective. After speaking to him,
Right.
I watched it from his perspective. I want to watch it again and block that out and get it from the crabber's perspective, and then I want to get it from a nature perspective. So you can watch this thing over and over and have a different perspective.
Right.
That's what's awesome about it.
Right. That's called enlightening yourself to different situations.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good stuff, man. But shout out to him for coming on the show and talking about his Southern Maryland stuff, man. It was cool, man. Real cool. And then we had Brandy Blackstone on from the town of Leonardtown, and we're officially part of their plans in the Arts and Entertainment District on the web portal, and you can catch the gurus there, man.
Who would have thought? Here we are.
Yeah, so, and she was a fantastic interview.
Oh, it was so much fun.
What a pro she was.
Yeah,
she came on, we explained how everything was down there and how it's going to work, and I'm excited to work with them this summer with whatever music thing they decide to do, virtual, in person, whatever it is I'm in, I know you're in. And
absolutely.
And I can't wait to interview all the artists, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
We interview the artists, and it's going to be fun, man.
Yeah, to be a part of an arts-enriched music community, for us is a dream. That's what we do this for. We want to be part of it.
Right.
And now we're in there with them, and I think it's going to be an awesome partnership.
Oh, yeah. Given the opportunity, we'll take it, and we're going to make it awesome. And I know all the other artists attending and performing, they're the same caliber. And like I said, when she was reading off the names, they're all past guests here. So
oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be nothing but home runs.
Yep.
And that's the only home runs you're probably seeing this summer. So just make a note of that, all right? That's right. All right, so that was last week's episode. That was episode 76, The Partnership.
Yeah.
That was it. Now we're moving on to episode 77, man.
77 of these bad boys.
Wow. We'll have to come
Who
up
remembers
with
the summer of 77? I do.
Dude, how old were you?
2.
Yeah, I don't, because I was born in 78.
Oh, yeah.
Showing my age up in this camp, right?
It was wild.
Right, so it's episode 77 tonight. Of course, the show's going to start out with David Higgins, Higgy on the beat, but Higgy can't be here again tonight. Something's going on. He's undercover doing what he does. So Mr. Albans has decided he's going to fill in and read Higgy on the beat this week.
This will be the second time I've gotten to do this. I look forward to it.
Right, and dude, it's going to be awesome.
I'll do him some justice. Don't worry.
Right. Normally after Higgy on the beat, we would do the Guitar Guru Chit Chat. This week, since everything's changed up a bit, we're going to do Guitar of the Week after Higgy on the beat. We're going to talk Fender Mustang with the P90s, and I'm going to give you my review on it. It's going to be good stuff.
Can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Cool. And then we're going to get Sean Kirkpatrick on the phone for Sean in 60 Seconds. And if everybody remembers from last week, he said he might have some dirt for us this week.
I've been hanging on patiently. I've been waiting all week for this, so you better not let us down.
Only some minutes await you, sir.
That's right.
Right. And then that's the standard show this week. After that, we're going to take a break, get reset, then come back. And we're going to get the Social Band on, the brand new band in Southern Maryland by Jay Shade, Fred Gillum, Curtis Johnson, and Jim Mizelle, and the drummer. The drummer, I got his stuff. He wasn't originally supposed to be on, but I think he's going to make the call now.
All right.
So we're going to get the whole band on, talk to them. We're going to fill up the phone system, see how many callers we can get on, and we're going to crank it out.
Let's take it to the limit.
Right. So, and then that'll be the social party band interview. They're coming out party for the Southern Maryland, you know. So we'll see what's up with their show schedule, if they have shows yet. But the brand new band to the area. And I saw them. I said, I'm going to get them on. Screw it.
All right.
They were at the very beginning.
Right.
The very beginning, so we can follow them the whole way until they decide to not play anymore or retire.
Yeah. There it is.
So that's cool, man. I'm thirsty, man.
Yeah.
All this talking, I need to pop me one, man. Let me see if I get a good effect on it.
I have faith in you. Oh, wow. That really kicked it up.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, it popped up everywhere. It actually got louder in here.
I've been working on my game up in this camp.
Do
That's what everybody doesn't know. We call it the pop game here.
You got something set up to where when you pop that, everything else up here went
No, man.
up about 40 decibels.
Nah, man, I've been working on my game, man.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Right. So
I'm blown away by that.
Well, let's see how it comes back on recording. You can see the signature right there.
I see it.
We'll have to check it out and break.
Wow. It's like the equator is going the opposite
way.
Yeah. Holy smokes. That should be fun.
Wow, dude. So, man, what did you do this past week, man?
The usual, man. Just maintain some domestic responsibilities and took care of my own and just took it easy. Nothing major.
All right.
I got nothing crazy to report, but I'm doing well. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling positive. I love this time of year. I love June. And then I could skip July and August, really.
Right,
but
right.
June for me is always a good month.
Right.
The weather's been fantastic. It allows me to accomplish things outdoors. So, yeah. I've just been chilling. Riding more with my beer and my cigar.
Right. Waiting for everything to open back up.
Yeah, and my big old farmer go to hell hat. If you saw me dressed when I cut grass, you wouldn't recognize me. And I like it that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, there's just so many phases. I don't know what phase we're in. Everybody keeps asking me, "What are we? Phase 2A, 2B?" I'm going to work. All right, that's what phase I'm in. I'm going to work.
Yeah.
I don't know what this other phases are, but everybody just needs to be smart out there. It looks like the worst of it's through. I'll say that comfortably. I mean, just practice good hygiene. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
And you know what? I guess we're not shaking hands anymore. Just go, yeah, what up,
Right.
I mean,
it's okay to bring back the fonts. The two
Exact-
thumbs up. Hey. That's
Yeah.
cool. People get it. Be like, all right, yeah, okay.
Yeah, right. That's how we'll social distance.
Yeah, I'm not blowing you off. Yeah.
Right, but I mean, that's all everybody needs to do, man, and see what happens.
That's right.
Then if it comes back, I guess we'll see what happens.
See what happens.
Right, I don't know, man. But we can't live in our houses forever.
No, I think that's, well, never mind. But if you're shut up for 3 months, I think and you're not compromised, like with a condition,
Right.
I think it's not good to be shut up for that long. You got to be out a little bit.
Right.
Get some vitamin D, get some sunshine, Go for a walk. You're not near people when you go for a walk. Just go for a walk.
I don't, I mean, dude, it's a business quarter.
Get outside.
Enough's enough.
Yeah.
But anyway. But dude, I've just been chilling, jamming on the bass still, doing my thing, doing my Sunday bass grooves.
There you go.
Just keeping it real that way and really diving in, man. It's fun, dude.
Keep it going. Don't stop doing that.
No, why not? Why not?
You got to.
Right.
I encourage everybody to do that. Get your Sunday grooves on.
Right. So, dude, local music scene, it looks like more and more things are opening up. That's what I'm going to miss with the Higgy report, because he usually has a couple insights of what's really going down with openings.
Yeah.
But the pre-show copy that we have looks pretty entertaining.
It looks very entertaining.
So why don't we just pop on over to that? Why don't you pop one? Let's see if you're game. Let's get your pop game. No, not yet. All right. I just want you to compete.
Yeah, I gotta keep it sharp here. I don't want to let Higgy down.
All right, dude. So let's transition into Higgy on the Beat, presented by Dan Albans. Yeah, take it over, man.
All right, here we go. Good evening, Southern Maryland. This is Dan Albans sitting in for Dave Higgins for Higgy on the Beat, coming to you live from the Guru Studio in an undisclosed location downtown. All right, this weekend will be in the upper 80s with chances of rain. Let's get started with what's on tap this weekend in Maryland with your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler.
Yeah, nicely played, sir.
Yeah, that's how you pop one right there. All right, Friday night, 6 p.m., we've got Johnny and Kayla at the Bug-Eye Grill in Solomons, Maryland. Also at 6 p.m., we have Wes Rice, Dockside Restaurant and Sports Bar in Deal, Maryland. And then at 8 p.m. on Friday, we have Paradox at Toots in Hollywood.
Right.
Pretty good Friday right there.
Yep.
Saturday, 2 p.m., we have John Lusky at the Running Hare Vineyard, Prince Frederick. 3 p.m., we've got McKenna Randall at the Tiki Bar in Solomons. Also at 3 p.m., we have the Welcome Back Party at Toots in Hollywood. Starting at 3 p.m. with Drivetrain, 5 p.m. with Three Rocks, 7 p.m. 3 Days of Rain, and 9 p.m. The Craze.
Oh, wow, man.
That is a Welcome Back Party right there.
Big show.
Yes, sir. And then at 5 p.m. at Last Drop Country Bar in Hollywood, we've got Hydra Effects Full Band Acoustic getting some things going here. 6 p.m. Girl Crush, Dockside Tiki Bar, Colonial Beach, Virginia. 8 p.m. Never Too Late, Seabreeze Tiki Bar, Mechanicsville. And also at 8 p.m., David and the Dynamos, Last Drop Country Bar in Hollywood. Asterisk, I will not be at that show. Sorry, guys. All right, Sunday, 3 p.m., Stars and Bars, Seabreeze Tiki Bar in Mechanicsville. And then at 4 p.m., we've got the Parker Barrow Project at Ape Hangers Bar and Grill in beautiful downtown Belle Alton, Maryland.
Oh, damn, man.
That is your 10-ounce 12-pack sampler for the week. Brought to you by Lynn Arion and reprinted by permission from the Southern Maryland Chronicle. That is what's on tap. That sounds pretty good to me.
Dude, I'm stoked. That's a nice little schedule for this weekend.
Wow.
You can get out and see a couple different things and really have an adventure.
Yeah, there are shows this weekend. And it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Well, there's chances of rain, but maybe it'll hold off long enough for the rock gods to be friendly to all these great bands playing.
Dude, you could seriously, like, if I had a free weekend where I could plan my musical schedule to the beat of my own drum, this is what I would do. I would hit up the Friday 6 p.m. West Rice show. Then on Saturday, I'm doing a hat trick on Saturday. I'm gonna go see Lusky at 2 o'clock. Hit up the Welcome Back Party at Toots later on because they got a bunch of bands playing. And then I'm going to head next door and catch David and the Dynamos. Asterisk, Dan Albans won't be there that night, but I would still go see him. And then on Sunday at 4 o'clock, I'm going to go chill and watch Parker Barrow at Ape Hangers. Yep. And that would be the Dan Harsha Guru pick this week. No disrespect to the other bands in the house. I'm just doing it from a full, like, what I would do to maximize my one free weekend of music. And that's how I would choose my schedule, based on that those coordinates. But that's what I would do. That would be my play. And that's a great schedule, man. We're slowly opening it back up, man. And then, dude, before we know it, man, we're just going to be dishing out schedules every week, man. That's going to be cool. This is only the beginning of a lot of great things to come. Right. Well, dude, let's jump into music history. I'm excited to see you read this. Yeah, let's see what we got here. We got June 18th in music history. In 1948, Columbia Records started with the first mass production of the 33 RPM long player. The new format could contain a maximum of 23 minutes of music per side versus the 3 minutes that could be squeezed onto a 78 RPM. Nice. That's an innovation, man. Right. We love the LPs with the long play records, you know. Yep. And in 1977, Johnny Rotten and Paul Cook of the Sex Pistols were stabbed and beaten when they were attacked in a car parked outside a London club. They objected to the Pistols'
monarchist song, God Save the Queen. The next day, members of the Pistols, Paul Cook, a member of the Pistols, Paul Cook, was beaten by a gang armed with iron pipes. Oh my goodness.
All over a song.
So, if I'm reading this right, he got beaten and stabbed. The next day, he got hit with pipes.
Right.
Jeez, that's rock and roll, man. That's punk right there.
Over a song.
Then in 2015, Van Morrison, Cyndi Lauper, and Toby Keith were among the inductees into the Songwriters Hall of Fame at a star-studded gala in New York City. The Grateful Dead's Jerry Garcia was also inducted posthumously alongside the band's lyricist, Robert Hunter.
Nice.
All right. Born on this day in 1942, Paul McCartney, the Beatles and Wings, and a solo. You know, he's done all those things. Most successful rock composer of all time.
Right.
McCartney first met John Lennon on July 6, 1957. Was impressed that Paul could tune a guitar. He got in because he could tune the guitar. So don't skip that step, everybody. Learn how to tune. With the Beatles, he scored 21 number one and 17 UK number one singles with McCartney, and has scored over 30 US and UK solo top 40 singles. He has written and co-written 188 charted records, of which 91 have reached the top 10. And 10 of 33 made it to number one, totaling 1,662 weeks on the chart. Wow. That's incredible to me. 1953, Jerome Smith, guitarist with the American disco and funk group Casey and the Sunshine Band, who had the 75 number one single, That's the Way I Like It, and the 83 UK number one single, Give It Up. He died on August 2nd, 2000, after being crushed by a bulldozer he was operating.
Oh, wow.
You got to read the manual. All right, 1971, Nathan Morris, the American R&B vocal group Boys to Men, that's who he's with, who had the 92 US and UK number one single, End of the Road, which set a new record for longevity, staying at number one on the Billboard Hot 100 for 13 weeks, breaking the decades-old record held by Elvis Presley. Wow.
Dude, doesn't the Billboard records seem like they have all these different categories and all these different charts where all these different artists it seems like there's just so many charts.
Yeah. They have to make sure they cover all genres and everything, I guess.
Yes, all right.
In 1976, born on this day, Blake Shelton, American country music singer and television personality. Blake Shelton has charted over 20 country singles, including 11 number ones. And he is the husband of country singer Miranda Lambert.
No, he isn't.
Well, I don't know. I don't really.
He's with Gwen Stefani.
See, I don't really care who these people are married to, but I'm older than him, and that's what's really bothering me right now.
Right.
Sorry, I can't help get over the fact.
Right.
All right, so here we go with the Southern Maryland notable people and local musicians celebrating birthdays this week. We've got two on the list here. If you guys know of any more, please send them our way. We'll be happy to announce them for you. Here's what we've got. Tuesday, which is today of taping, which is the 16th, we've got Robbie Booth. Happy birthday, Robbie Booth.
Happy birthday, Robbie Booth.
Happy birthday to Booth. Happy birthday to Booth.
Happy birthday to you, Mr. Robbie Booth.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, that's what you get here.
Yep, that's it. If you want to hire us, we're cheap.
Cheap.
Okay, and then Friday, we have Jay Armsworthy.
Happy birthday, Jay.
Yes, happy birthday, Jay. And that is your weekly wrap on music news. Check out the Southern Maryland Chronicle at www.facebook.com/Higgy on the beat. And always follow the Chronicle on Facebook and facebook.com at Southern Maryland Chronicle or SouthernMarylandChronicle.com. It's all over the place. You can't miss it.
Well, yeah.
You should already know this by now, people.
Exactly.
Which most of you do already. So they'll give you all your early news, not late news. Just check it out. Higgy will be back next week. It was a pleasure sitting in for him. He's undercover. I'm sure he's got a juicy story he's working on.
I hope so.
Get over there and check it out, guys.
Cool. That's Higgy on the Beat, presented by Dan Albans. Wow. Good stuff, man.
Fun.
Hey, the show's cranking. We're moving along. Right about 20 minutes now. That's awesome.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all, dude. So, like I said in the beginning, dude, we're going to go right from the Higgy spot right into Guitar of the Week. Island Music Guitar of the Week. I'm pumped up to talk about it. It's one of my favorite Fender models. We're talking the Fender Player Series Mustang 90 And the color that we had, the finish we had, was aged natural. So that's what we got this week, man. And what's nice about Fender Mustangs are what they call a student guitar. So they tend to be on the lighter side of price-wise. So they're more affordable, more accessible, but you're not giving up quality.
Ooh.
So that's what makes these student models so nice. And that's what makes the Mustang so iconic, too, is over the years, everybody's seen the value and the quality. And what you get, it's not just one of their cheaper models. It's a student model. They value engineered it to give the student everything he can do to learn to play guitar, have the best ability, just at a very valuable price point. So I love it. So let's talk about it. We're talking a modern take on a distinctive instrument. The Fender's Player Series Mustang 90 reintroduces one of the most popular offset body styles with modern updates that are a hit with the new wave of guitar players. The Mustang 90's 24-inch scale length keeps string tension low and is ideal for players with a naturally smaller frame. The duet of MP90 single coil pickups sound absolutely massive when played clean or through your favorite fuzz/distortion pedal. And the Fender Mustang 90's electronics and controls are intuitive affair that allow you to focus solely on your music. And that's the modern take on this guitar. It's got iconic offset construction. The Fender Mustang is one of the most identifiable and sought-after offset body styles in the world. Its compact dimensions not only imbue it with plenty of character, but also help it remain lightweight and extremely comfortable for smaller players. The Player Series Mustang 90 carries with it the standard Mustang 24-inch scale length that maintains the lower string tension, as mentioned earlier, that allows easy chording and such a warm tone. One look at the Mustang 90 and you'll know this guitar was built for today's boundary-pushing guitarist. It has two Fender MP90 single coil pickups. Let's talk P90s. Everybody knows the style of this pickup. They see it on the model. Everybody goes, oh, that's got 90s in it. All right, let's talk about it. The Fender Player Series Mustang 90 separates itself from the vintage Mustangs with a duet of Fender MP90 single coil pickups. Many players at Island Music agree that the MP90s are a great addition because of the way they maintain their clear and bell-like tones of traditional Mustang single coils while offering more output and mid-range grunt for players wanting to work their amps a bit harder. And the Mustang 90's two-knob and three-way switch controls make dialing in your tone a simple affair. And that's the P90s, dude.
Yeah, those are great, aren't they?
The P90s are always awesome. They're just awesome. They're
reliable over all these years. And you know what you're getting, and you get it.
You get it, man. You get it. Dude, the neck. Let's talk neck now. The neck designed for the modern player. Another aspect of the Mustang 90 is that it's been updated with the demands of today's players in its Player Series neck. While this maple-on-maple affair does boost a vintage 24-inch scale length, the fretboard is designed with a 9.5-inch fretboard radius. Fender has been using this radius for a long time because it offers comfortable chording and unimpeded single-note playing and bending. The C profile is a C shape that fills your hand in a very satisfying manner. And 22 medium jumbo frets are a wonderful middle ground for all sorts of styles. So with these smaller student body guitars, everything's meant to be kind of like so you can learn to play and then take it. If that makes sense. So they're not giving you the super heavy jumbo frets, but they're not giving you the thin vintage frets that you got to learn how to play on. It's a different stroke for a different animal, but I really like this guitar.
Yeah.
It's just super comfortable. It's a Mustang. It plays fast. So if you're a shredder, you'll get on there and just go, damn, dude, why can't it just have 24 frets? But it plays fast. It's fun. It's definitely that. It's got the tone. It'll play with your digital amps. It'll play with your tube amps. That's not a problem. So, I mean, it's just a fantastic guitar. So let's go over the features at a glance again, and then I'll go through the tech specs, and then you can name that price. How about that?
Oh, yeah. I'll start thinking about that right now.
Good. All right, so here we go. We got the Fender Player Series Mustang 90 electric guitar features. Of course, it's got the iconic offset design with a rock and roll vibe. 24-inch scale length. It's great for smaller frame players, just smaller humans in general. A hardtail bridge maintains tuning stability, so it doesn't have a vibrato system. Okay, so that student player just learn how to play. You don't have to deal with that mess just yet. You can just learn to play. It has 2 MP90 single coil pickups that can snarl and swing. It's a straightforward electronics package, and it's a comfortable 9.5-inch radius with a PAL Ferro fingerboard and 22 medium jumbo frets. And here's the tech specs. Of course, it's a solid body guitar. It's a Player Series Mustang. It's right-handed, 6 strings, oddler body, a polyester finish. Of course, the color we had was aged natural. The neck material was maple, C-shaped, 9.5-inch radius, PAL Ferro fingerboard, dot inlays, just simple dots, nothing crazy. 22 medium jumbo frets, 24-inch scale length, nut width 1.65 inches, and it's a synthetic bone nut. And the bridge and tailpiece is a six saddle string through body hardtail. Okay, so there's strings through the body.
I love that.
Yeah, dude. Fender does it better than anybody.
They do.
Yeah. So it's that. It doesn't have a vibrato, so it's going to stay in tune. That tuning's not an issue. Of course, with all Fenders, you got to make sure the neck's adjusted. Yada, yada. But when you buy a guitar at Island, they set it up for you right out the gates. You don't have that worry. You just got to make sure you get it set up.
That's it.
Of course, it's got the MP90 coil, single coil pickups, master volume, master tone, 3-way toggle switch, and that's the guitar of the week this week, my friend.
So nice, man.
Dude, I love Mustangs. And what's nice about this Mustang over the actual reissue Mustangs of yesteryear is the electronics package is simple. Volume, tone, and 3-way selector switch. Back in the day, the Mustang had the slider switches at the top.
Yeah.
And you had to phase it in and out, select what pickup. So you don't have that nightmare anymore. So straightforward electronics, I dig it. It's a smoker. It shreds if you want to shred. If you just want to play clean, it'll play clean. It's very versatile, but that's what it's supposed to be. It's a student-style guitar.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Albin, I'm going to ask you, what price is this thing?
All right, well, here's what I'm going to go with. Considering it is a Player Series Fender, I'm going to say $699.
$599.
Damn it!
$100 high, but I like that because we created another $100 in value.
Yeah.
By you doing that. And like I said, for $599, you say you've been playing guitar, but you just you don't want the Squire anymore. I gotta have a Fender on my headstock. I get that. We've all been there at some point in progression of playing.
Yes.
So if you want to dive into the Fender pool, but don't want to bust out $9,000, $15,000, $2,000, this model, $599. Sound is a pound, man. Yeah. I mean, you're not sacrificing anything. It's just this model. That's what it is. It plays great. It's got a great tone, Fender quality, and I highly recommend it. I mean, and that's an affordable purchase.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you're going to play guitar, at some point you're going to have to buy a better guitar than what you have. It's just the natural way of things. I mean,
that's how it works, man.
So, I mean, this could be one of those guitars on your journey to where you want to go. Or like me, you start collecting them.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool because it depends what mood I'm in, what guitar I play.
Right.
So, I mean, some days I'm in a Strat mode. Some days I'm going to get out my Jazz Masters.
Yeah.
Some days I'm going to play my bass. It just all depends. So, I mean, some people collect them. Some people trade them in, keep going up the ladder to get the highest quality possible. Whatever you're into. This model could be part of your guitar life cycle.
It could. The Mustang would be a great choice. Great choice.
Right.
Even if you're not a beginner and you like playing, it'd be a great guitar just to play.
Well, it's a fantastic. See, that's what I'm saying. Let me just clarify that right now. This guitar is fantastic. The price just makes it even uber more fantastic. That's what's cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but it's a smaller guitar. It's lightweight. You can play it all night long. It won't hurt your back.
Right.
So that's why a lot of people like playing them on stage. Because it doesn't kill you all night. Especially these guys playing 4-hour shows.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't imagine playing a real deal Les Paul for 4 hours.
Oh, no.
I'd be done.
Yeah.
Finished. But yeah, that's the guitar of the week.
Great. Get down to Island and check it out. They will definitely help you out with that.
Yeah, they'll get it down, set you up, let you play it.
Yeah.
Real cool. Wow, dude. Show's just cranking, man. We're hitting all the marks.
Absolutely.
Wow. This is cool, man. I like how we changed it up tonight. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think we're just gonna roll right into it, man. Let's get Sean on the phone.
Let's do it,
man. I'm ready to hear the dirt.
Exactly.
And I know you are. I know we've been waiting patiently. It's been 1 week since we left here, going, wow, what is it gonna be? Now we get to find out. So give me some soothing tones, man.
Okay. It's Sean Kirkpatrick on the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show. Soothing tones coming at you right here. Is that soothing enough for you?
Oh no. Come on, Sean.
Good evening, gurus.
How you doing tonight, Sean?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys doing?
Dude, we're in the studio taping the show, man. We're in a fantastic mood. I got Albans here with me, man. Mr. Albans, say hi to Sean.
Hi, Sean. How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. Albans, how are you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I'm glad to hear. Nice to hear your voice again, man.
It's always great talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
We're in a really good mood over here, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping you are too where you are.
Oh, yeah.
Well, cool. Well, when you left the show last week, man, you left us on a cliffhanger. And everybody here in the house, in the Guru Nation, is wondering what kind of dirt you got for us this week. What's going on, man?
Well, I'll save that for the end of the segment. How about that?
Yeah.
Love it. Another tease.
So, I had a pretty interesting weekend that I wanted to talk about. Now, we already discussed what's going on in Maryland as far as bars and stuff like that, but I played a show in Virginia Saturday night.
Okay.
In King George, Virginia.
All right.
At Rick's on the River.
All right.
And lo and behold, I was just freaking out in my head and everything like that, trying to make sure I had everything, and of course I ended up forgetting my mask. I didn't bring any bandanas or nothing. I also forgot my wallet too, so I was spending going panda throughout the night to pay off my shit.
Damn it.
But
That's when you need the mask. I'm out of here.
yeah, exactly. So turns out nobody's fucking wearing masks in King George. It was a fucking ridiculous rager on the beach at Rick's. It was absolutely absurd.
Wow.
Nice.
So Virginia's doing things a little different.
A little bit. I don't know what the rules were or if they cared or what, but dude, it was a great time. I'm just gonna say that.
Wow.
Wow. So it was full band, right?
No, that was Girl Crush. Like they. So here's the thing.
All right.
So when Gary booked or Linda booked the show, they book it as Girl Crush. If the venue is willing to pay enough money to afford me playing with them, then I will go with them. And I mean, I'm not asking for much, but I mean, it's an acoustic trio technically, so they're not really getting that much money anyway.
Right.
Anyway, they paid enough to bring a drummer, but Gary ended up calling and saying that they didn't know if they wanted to have drums there that night or not, and that, most venues need to be careful about bringing in percussion because that it promotes dancing or something like that. Meanwhile, like over at the Jetty, we've had drums for the past 2 weeks, like live drums. And in Girl Crush, all I'm playing is my fucking sample pad. Literally puts the sample pad like direct into a Bose system. It can't be loud.
Right.
Right.
So, anyway, Friday comes around and Aaron's like, "Yeah, Gary's being real weird." And I'm like, "Well, has he talked to you today?" And I'm like, he's like, "No." I'm like, "All right, well, if he doesn't talk to you by tomorrow when it's time to leave, I'm going." And he's like, "Okay, sounds good to me." And so I went and I played, and yeah, dude, it was fucking ridiculous. And just on my little sample pad, like I ended up playing "Sugar We're Going Down" on that fucking little 9-pad rolling thing. During the first set, one of my pads went out on the top right, and that was the one that I had set to my ride cymbal. Half the set, like I didn't have a single ride, like it was just like open hi-hats and like random other cymbal sounds like chimes and tambourines and stuff like that. So that was a little weird, but I got that fixed before the second set, and everything was good to go. And then by the third set, man, it was just this butts to nuts on the beach all the way out to the fucking water, man. It was ridiculous, and it just kind of blew my mind because it was probably better than any full band show we've ever had there.
Wow.
Wow. All right.
See, the drums, they encouraged dancing. And look
I don't know
how
if that
look
was
what
it, or
happened.
if it was all the pent-up tension from being locked up for 3 months.
That's got a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
But that's wild, man. You were like in a melee. I mean, like people were out enjoying, but a lot of people. It was like you were like nothing ever happened. There were so many people.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I have a lot of reservations on my own end because like part of me believes that it's just fucking bullshit or whatever, and the other part of me is like, you know, if it's not bullshit, I don't want to hurt nobody either.
Right.
And I'm in a prime position to do that, and since, you know, I'm going out to multiple places and helping people expose themselves to the public again.
In a different way than what we're used to you exposing yourself in public to.
Sure. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, it was a really weird just dichotomy between the way that Maryland's handling it and the way that I don't even know what Virginia's doing, because if they do have any rules, King George wasn't following them.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could go to a bar or a restaurant with a mask on.
You can do it. I've done it. I mean, like I said, I played the role as like just, you know, going in. I waited 30 minutes for a table and everything like that, and I wore my mask while I was going to and from the bathroom or to the bar or whatever. And while you're sitting at your table or near your table, taking the mask off. I mean, it's pretty simple, really, but I get it.
No, I'm with you. I had my first restaurant experience Friday.
Oh yeah.
And it was no problem. You know, there was very limited seating, so everybody was spread out. You almost felt like it was closing time.
Did you go to PTM?
Nah, I went to the Charles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, date night. You know, the wife.
Hell yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, I bet she's been loving all the extra time she's been getting with you lately.
I'm still not as available as you think I am. I'm still, but no, I mean, it was a different experience. But you know, there was only 3 tables seated in the whole place, and they were nowhere even near each other. You get up, you go to the bathroom, you wear your mask, you leave, you put it on your way out. You could do it. It can be done. That's the right thing to do if you're going to go. But
right.
At some point, you just got to say, well, do I want to go?
Exactly. I mean, if you don't want to follow the rules, then don't go. I mean, it's that simple, and that's actually part of the reason why they're doing that, is to kind of deter the mass of people coming back. You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of part of the thought process, I guess.
Makes sense.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working.
It certainly is.
But not in King George.
No. It must have gotten the news too, because I heard somewhere, and I mean, this is completely fucking hearsay. I'm pretty sure this was a meme on Facebook that I saw, but apparently there was a bunch of scientists that working for Dr. Fauci who refused to release information regarding their connection to communist China. So Trump fired them. There's like 40 different scientists or something like that worked for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm literally just listening and reading about the AIDS conspiracy back in the day too, a couple weeks ago, and it was all about Fauci.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't follow that crap.
That's a 10-foot pole. I ain't even gonna go.
I'm not educated enough to even comment.
Yeah.
It's all hearsay. That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's worth looking into just because it's kind of fucks up. It just kind of ruins your perspective on reality. Honestly, don't look into it. Actually, that's bad advice.
Yeah, we tend to stay away from that sort of stuff.
Right, but what we don't stay away from is what you left us on last week.
That's right. You're not going to dodge this question.
Right. So what the hell's going on? I'm moving my damn mic stand. Shit.
Yeah, I didn't want to ruin the vibe, man. But it's kind of gonna ruin the vibe.
All right. What's up?
All right.
Well, for lack of better terms, Trilogy's not gonna make it back from the COVID thing.
No.
Wow. No.
found out 2 weeks ago, and it was kind of, we were spitballing a couple different ways to make it work, but for the past 3 years, it just hasn't been fiscally responsible for us to do the level of work that we've been doing behind the scenes and stuff like that for the rate that we were charging. And after having van expenses and a bunch of overhead that we've been missing out on 3 months and stuff like that, along with the fact that Chris wants to spend more time with his kids, and he's been doing the band thing for 20 some years or however long it's been for him, and Aaron as well as Jason, they all kind of were hinting at that they needed to focus more on their family. But Jason primarily realized that he was kind of shirking his responsibilities at Mully's Brewery. The past 3 years, he's been dedicating a lot of his free time to the band and doing a lot of behind the scenes work on tracks and this and that and a bunch of other stuff. But when the quarantine thing happened, the lockdown happened, he started picking back up at the brewery and putting in the effort. He started realizing the amount of work that he was neglecting. He didn't realize, he was doing his best, but it's very difficult to keep up that lifestyle. So, I have no hard feelings towards any of them. And who knows, we're still doing the Girl Crush thing, and that'll be, once a month or twice a month. And we're going to finish out through the end of July. So there's going to be a couple farewell shows coming up soon, or finale shows or whatever. And then we'll see what happens after that. But there it is. There's the official announcement.
Wow, right here, exclusively on the Guitar Gurus.
Oh,
yep.
Man.
Wow, that's heavy.
Well, I wish all you guys the best. That was a lot of hard work that you all put into that.
Right.
To achieve such a quality show and such an entertainment experience. You guys were freaking awesome. And you could see it in the hard work that goes on behind the scenes, like you're saying. There's a lot of extra work. It's not just getting up there and playing. There's so much more involved in it. I
really appreciate you saying that, Dan.
Yeah, I mean that because I loved seeing you guys, dude. I got to play with you guys last summer. How cool was that? Yeah. I got to do that. I just think that you guys are all at the top of your games, and I really do hope everybody. I wish everybody the best, man. I love you guys.
I might have to catch a farewell show.
Absolutely.
So.
Oh yeah. And like I said, there was always Alien Audio above. That was the umbrella thing that was kind of the glue between us. And me and Aaron are like brothers now. So I'm going to help him with his production company and the studio and everything like that. And he's going to help me with sound and stuff like that. Because really, what he wanted to do, he's always said, was find a new guitar player that can sing and step back and do sound for the band. He's been wanting to do that for a year and a half, not longer.
Wow.
So,
hey, you got to follow your passion. What drives you, man?
Yeah, exactly. And he did as much as he could as far as the production stuff goes. He did a lot.
Right.
Pretty much all of it is production, and that was kind of what ruined the experience for him, was that he couldn't have himself do his sound for him.
Yeah. Wow. Oh man, we're kind of I don't know. What else can we say? But
I'm gonna have to digest this.
No doubt, man.
Wow, man, dude, way to end the segment, but I get it. It had to come out. At least I know that you're still doing the Girl Crush. We still got farewell shows, so we still got Trilogy Talk that we can still have for quite some time. So the chapter's not closed just yet. Just announcing that we're seeing the end of the pages coming up. So I'm down with it. We can make it work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't want anybody to feel bad about it. I think it's ultimately the best move for the individuals involved. I got plenty of open doors and stuff like that, and Gary probably wouldn't let me quit if I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Right. I got you.
You got it.
Well, that's cool, dude. Well, we'll end it like that this week, man. We'll catch you next week. We'll see what's up, and we'll go on from there. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan, guys.
All right, Sean, from the Guitar Gurus, we say thank you, sir, and talk to you, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
All right,
have a good one.
Be good.
See ya.
Yep.
Wow, dude, we're just breaking news up in this camp.
Man. Not that I'm going to go on record at all.
Right.
But it was not what I thought it was going to be.
Definitely not what I thought it was going to be. I thought we were talking a new member change or something.
Yeah, I won't even tell you what I was thinking, but it's kind of along those lines.
All right, cool.
It wasn't a disbanding or anything.
Right. I just thought someone else was coming in the band or someone was going to swap out. That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
But
Blown away.
yeah, man, it caught me by storm. You heard it here first. Trilogy is coming up to an end. The announcement's been made. They will have a couple farewell shows in July. And after that, that's it, man. They're going to do the Girl Crush thing.
Goddamn Corona.
Right? Corona is killing it, man. This is the effects. Like I said, man, as we get further into this year, that's when the little effects here and there are going to really pop its ear out.
Yeah.
Because, you take a band like them, man, they had a nice vehicle to get back and forth from shows, but if the machine of making money stops and you can't pay for all that, someone's got to pay for it.
Yep.
That just sucks, man.
It's a lot of hard work they put into a great quality show, man. Great band. We're going to miss them. But we're going to keep you informed here, and we got some other couple shows with them left, so let's get out and support them in their farewell, man.
Right. Right.
So I wish them all the best.
Oh, yeah, definitely. They're all pros.
Yeah.
I like them all. They're all cool.
Absolutely.
So it's all good. Dude, let's do this. On that news, let's just get out of here, take a break, get reset, come back, get the rest of the night, got the band social coming on, a brand new band in Southern Maryland. As we announce a chapter closing in one band, we got a brand new band to talk about. I believe this is their first interview of any kind on any platform, so we got it here first. So hopefully we can bring them into the family and we can keep an eye on their progress. So that's how I'm going to present the interview to them. What do you think, man?
All right.
I'm going to catch them off guard with that.
Yeah.
We've been trying to do it with a couple guys coming up over the years. We started the show trying to grab on to a couple guys so we can keep regularly checking back in, but nothing stuck.
No, not yet.
I think this one might stick. So I got an idea. We'll talk to them about it. It's the social band. They call it the social party band. We'll have to get some clarification on that.
Yeah,
I like the name, though.
They'll straighten it out.
I like the
for
name.
us.
I like the logo. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to talk to those dudes. But right now, we're going to take a break, come back, and we'll do this thing. What do you think?
Ready for it.
Cool. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan for Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We'll be right back after this. Yo, 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 Albans, let's talk construction.
All right, Mr. Harsher, what's up?
Our good friends at Allied Renovations can offer the best value when it comes to replacing your home's exterior, whether it be your roof or facade. Did you know that?
How does he do it?
Streamlined operations. Jesse and his team have been part of the roofing community since 2015. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, Jesse has some of the deepest roots in our community. Did you know that?
Why does that matter?
Because you don't have to worry about the here today, gone tomorrow contractor schemes that are out there.
Well, you know he's going to be around. That's some great stability.
Yes, it is. So if and when the time comes, your home needs help with its roof or facade, please don't forget to contact Jesse Wickline at Allied Renovations. That number is 301-399-7031. Once again, that number is 301-399-7031. They are waiting for your call.
Tattoos last forever. They're a permanent statement about your personality and style. Do you want to spend the rest of your life with ink that looks like it's been done by some junior apprentice? Or do you want a custom tattoo from Christopher Lane Tattoos? Chris has over 10 years in the biz and uses the best ink and machines in the industry. Check out Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram feed today and you will just see for yourself that he does some of the finest work in the Southern Maryland area. Give him a follow today and you will just marvel over the attention to detail in his work. Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram is your start on a pathway to tattoo bliss. Book your appointment through Christopher Lane Tattoo's Instagram private messaging service for an exclusive bonus that only Guitar Guru listeners are eligible for. Follow Christopher Lane Tattoos on Instagram today. Yo, 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 Alban, let's talk site maintenance solutions with Cooper Construction.
Okay, great. Why are we outside?
I wanted you to see how Cooper Construction's handling my site with the installation of my new septic tank system.
Oh, I'm loving all this heavy equipment I'm seeing.
You need this kind of equipment for this type of work.
You say, do you?
Yeah, man. Cooper Constructions offers complete site solutions for septic tanks and mounds, lot clearing up to 3 acres, and most importantly, stormwater management.
Okay, let me get this straight. Cooper Construction offers site maintenance for lot clearing, septic systems, and stormwater management?
You are correct.
Does Cooper Construction have all the credentials needed for this type of work?
Yes, they do, my friend. Cooper Construction has over 20 years experience in the construction world.
How do we get a hold of them?
That's easy. Just dial 301-683-7766 and ask for a site visit today. Again, that number is 301-683-7766. Give them a call. You can also reach them on the web at buildwithcooper.com. Cooper Construction. From site to site, they will treat you right.
What's up, y'all? This is Sam Grow, and you're listening to the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show.
The Southern Maryland Guitar Gurus, the only guys that would do a live broadcast from Dog Patch. We see each other through different eyes.
Oh yeah, we're back from break. It's the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. Mr. Alban, how are you tonight, sir?
I couldn't be better if I tried right now. We're just having the greatest time ever, man.
Oh, I can one up it. Watch this. Or listen to this.
Oh. I actually got to watch that and hear it. We're popping a couple. We're having a good time. It's episode 77. It's rocking right along. We've had some great times up leading into this featured interview we've got for you here. We're just having a great time.
That's awesome, man. That's right. We got the featured interview with the band Social. We actually got band members Jim Mizelle, Curtis Johnson, Jay Shade, and George. What's your last name, George?
Ceely.
George Ceely on the drums. Fred Gillum was originally supposed to be on the interview as well, but life has its way, and he's working a car deal, so let's all wish him success in closing that deal and getting it done, man. I've been there. I know how it is, so that's awesome. Hey, guys, how are you?
What's going on? Awesome.
What's happening?
Sweet,
Doing
man.
great.
This is cool. So I saw the other week on Facebook, you guys announced this band. Y'all are new to the market. I wanted to get with y'all right away because when we started the show over the past year and a half, I've tried to reach out to a couple guests and kind of grab on and watch them progress, but everybody's kind of like gone and done their own thing and not really gone through with it. So with y'all being brand new, I kind of want to attach to you guys and watch you guys grow and see what y'all develop into and keep a tab on you and have you on regular rotation back on the show. Does that sound cool?
Sounds excellent.
Good to me, man.
Outstanding.
Perfect. Cool. All right, well, dudes, starting off, let's get the backstory on the band and why did y'all start this band and who came up with the name Social. I like the logo. Let's jump into it. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I think it was a collaboration of a bunch of guys that been doing a lot of jamming over the years with multiple bands, just having a good time, and people move on and things change in life. But these 4 other guys I'm jamming with right now, man, we just have this niche right now, and we decided to change the name out and move on to a new project, and good collaboration and good musicianship and having a hell of a good rock and roll time.
Yeah. All right.
Great answer.
Well, who came up with the name?
I'll have to take credit for that one. And coming up with a band name is very difficult. It's a lot of brainstorming, a lot of good ideas, a lot of bad ideas, and we threw a bunch out. And I try to sit around and think of what we do at a show, what we're all about. And I like to entertain, being the front man. I like to get out and make the crowd part of the show. And several times a night, if you've seen me and any of the other boys out there playing, we call for a social. So we'll get everybody's drink up in the air, count 1, 2, 3, and social. And we all drink together, listen to music together, and just have a damn good time. So it was kind of a natural fit.
I dig it. I think we've done that at your house in Akakeek back in the day, Alban.
Many times, man. Many times.
We've
man.
always had some socials going on.
I love it. Anytime somebody calls a social, everybody jumps in on it. That's
right.
That's just the natural thing, man. So I think it's a great name, man. I like it.
Right. Where are y'all practicing at?
In Quasco.
Oh, at Curtis, at your house, Curtis?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Nice. And what do y'all do? Once a week, twice a week? How committed are you?
Once a week at the minimum right now. Everybody's faithful about that, learning new tunes, keeping up on the polish, and just collaborating, getting our parts right, the harmonies, the backups, the drum licks, of course the bass licks, and 2 guitar players, of course, with the lead vocals is crazy as hell. We have a good time. Practice is actually very enthusiastic. Really, yeah.
It's a little bonding for us. We get out, we just cut up, and of course we're playing, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, that's the key, isn't it? When you get a group of guys together that are having a good time, that to me just makes it successful when you go out and play. Because you like being around each other. You have a good time doing it. That's great to hear.
That's the definite thing with this project. Everybody's enjoying it. The fun's back and playing again.
Yeah.
And just over the years, just playing so many gigs over the years, and things get monotonous, and band members get complacent, and like you said, you always feel like the band for some reason got stuck in a rut and just didn't move forward. And this was just a time to put something together new, move forward, do something a little bit different.
Now, what's the plans at first? Just cover songs? Do you have intentions on writing originals, or are you just going to stick with the social party band and just doing the hits?
That could go either way. Right now we're starting off, hitting it hard with the covers, and and trying to put a show together to play the upper end clubs, and definitely not ruling out the originals. Just at band practice alone, we popped out a couple jams that definitely had just messing around, and had some pretty good potential, hooky licks there.
Right. That was gonna be my next question, because I know in every band I've ever been in, no matter if we did covers, there was always at some point in practice we're always trying something. I don't know how people not do that, but so that's cool to hear that.
Even on the cover tunes, obviously we try to play them to the T, but we have our own little twist. We try to keep it, getting that your own little twist to a certain thing.
Right, add your own flavor.
Right, exactly.
Some are on purpose, some aren't on purpose. Sometimes it's just kind of natural. You start playing it the way you hear it in your head, and ends up being a little bit unique, and so it just kind of works out.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing here, because come back and play with this band, and some of the songs, of course, I've played for years in other bands, and then all of a sudden you come back and things aren't right, and you're like, wow, man, and you look at the other guys and say, man, you're not playing that right, and then you go back and listen to the record, and it's like, wow, I'm not playing it right. I've been playing it wrong. I've been playing it wrong for 10 years.
I love that honesty. That's an honest answer.
And then go back and try to relearn something right after you've been playing it wrong for 10 years. That's a challenge.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, man, that built-in muscle memory screws you in that situation.
You're right.
Yeah, but what, that still happens to me once in a while. We'll learn a song, and I'll play the drum parts the way I play them, and then I'll go back and listen to the original, and I'll go like, wait a minute, there's something really important that I'm not doing there. So I try to get more authentic.
What kind of bothers me when I hear the real song on the radio and the artist actually gets the worst song, I understand. I just take it one way out. How's he wrong all of a sudden?
Wow.
That was kind of choppy right there. I missed half of that.
Right, I did too. What'd you say?
No, I was saying, lo and behold, you'll listen to the radio and you'll listen to the regular artist sing the song, and you're like, how did he get it wrong? I've been singing it this way for 10 years. He's messing up the lyrics.
I can't believe you screwed that up, Jesus.
That's cool. So what's the vibe in the band, man? What are you guys talking about when you're not playing music? That in-between time, setting up, packing up at the night? Are y'all bitching about life, about work, about jobs? What's going on?
9 times out of 10, we're picking on Fred.
Damn it.
Fast fingers Freddy. Fast fingers Freddy.
Oh, drop dead Fred.
Drop dead Fred, that's right.
Yep.
Oh, God, I love him.
That poor guy, he gets the blunt of a lot of our abuse. but me, what I'm thinking about and talking about with the guys, like right now, I'm kind of the one in the background that kind of puts a lot of the stuff together, brainstorming with the logos and working with my graphic artists, get the logos together, get the website together, all the promo stuff, backdrops, all that stuff. I'm just constantly brainstorming on what can I do to make this, one step, above, or, what can we do to make it better, make us all better, and make us stand out a little bit, and, a lot of that comes down to the production in the stage show, put a lot of time and effort into that, believe it or not, and, I own a pretty nice sound system, so at least it's consistent with us unless a place has house sound.
I got you. Well, what kind of system do you got for the sound?
I'm using Behringer X32 for console.
With the Midas preamps? With the Midas preamps?
JBL SRX mains. I got 828s and then the 835 tops, and using all Sennheiser in-ear wirelesses.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Sennheiser.
And one thing different with this band, we've gone silent stage with this band.
Okay, yeah, with the Sennheiser in-ears, yeah, I get it.
We're going with technology and all that, and not using live amps on the stage, and it's definitely technology's there, just kind of taking advantage of it.
Let me ask you this: do y'all practice that way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's awesome.
I have live rigs, but we still now. Just being a bass player, I'm using me a bass 5 rig now. Preamp, awesome.
I do have a set of pins set up in the practice house facing us at
right.
But we're still playing out of our fractals, and Fred uses a Helix. So, but getting ready to bring the in-ears in the rehearsal and get them all dialed in for the first couple shows, and and have them ready. We're actually getting ready to go up to Hartford Soundstage in a couple weeks and do a big promo video.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be great.
That's cool.
So, and
yes, sir.
We're actually that's going to be a pretty nice video. We've come up with a really nice budget, and they're going to walk out of there with one of the better videos they've ever done, they say.
Oh, all right. Well,
must be a very nice budget.
Are you going to preview? You want to premiere it here on the show or something?
Hey, yeah, we can do that. A lot of the bands are going up in there, and they're actually streaming live shows up there. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do it a little different. We're going to go up there and play about an hour and a half show and record the whole show, and basically have like a full-on Godsmack production going on. Full LED screen for the back wall. I think there should be up to 54 moving head fixtures on the stage. It's a crazy setup.
Wow.
We're gonna have our little glory, having a little fun up there, and that'll probably be the best we ever feel on the stage ever. Production-wise, right.
I dig it. Well, do you have any live shows booked for any local venues yet? I know that timing's kind of weird with COVID and everything, but what's that outlook look like?
Yeah, actually, we do. Our debut is going to be on July 18th at the Seabreeze.
All right.
And what's the next one after that?
August the 8th.
Toots on the 1st.
August, yeah, Toots.
Yep, and then back at Seabreeze in September, and then Bike Week.
4th, then we have Bike Week. We're working on the dates with that right now. Yeah, I was in contact with our friends and all, so taking care of that.
Dig it, man. Look at this, man. They're just out there marketing their ass off. I love it. This is
we actually got one in November. That's the furthest we have out right now. But
wow.
That's probably sight to be unseen.
I mean, when other guys and other bands are listening to this going, hey, man, there's always something to do in your band if you want to take it to the next level.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just what we want.
Merchandising, and, I'm working on that now, getting T-shirts ready and stickers and koozies and hats and all that stuff. Working on getting all that designed up now. The website, which is socialsomd.com, will be up and running in the next day or two. Actually, by the time this broadcast, it'll be running. So,
Okay.
That's all up and ready, and hey,
Yeah, we're real excited about the merch and stuff. The logo is going to be real nice. I think people are going to be excited to get a koozie or a T-shirt or a visor, whatever they want, whatever you have. I think people are really excited about it. So we're looking forward to getting that out there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great, man. You guys are getting all the hard work put in right now when this is the best time to do it. So,
that was the whole thing, sit down and talk about it. This was the perfect time to do everything, after being on a 3-month hiatus.
That's
This
right.
is the perfect time to come out, fresh, and just get out.
Spend our time getting our act together, learning new tunes, polishing up the show.
Yeah.
Making good use of the downtime.
I hear you.
Exactly. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, it's easy to sit back and just, after about a month or two into this thing, sit back and go, I really don't even want to do anything right now. I'm kind of feeling down. It's really easy to do that. But since you guys have created something together through this, that you're going to come out on the other end with this, that's cool to me. I like that
like
because
you said, we're getting all the legwork done up front as far as getting all the promo videos done and getting the real nice press kit put together.
Right.
Yeah.
And like George mentioned earlier in the interview, everybody's going back and, okay, Johnson, you need to go back and listen to that little bridge or whatever, run, because we're all going back and picking our own selves apart as well to make it that much better,
That's right.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, there's only two ways to come out of this thing. Not at all, or better than you were when it started.
Right.
Like, I honestly use this time to buckle down on my playing, believe it or not. I've always been a rhythm guitar player. I dabble with leads here and there, never took lead guitar playing seriously. And, that's all changed now. Going down on my lead playing, going back and learning theory and learning all my scales and my modes and the cage system. And I got my hands full with that, but just in this short amount of time, my lead playing is twice as good as it was before I started this.
Great.
I love hearing that.
That's what we like to hear. Hello.
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 Oh wow.
Just kidding. I like to do that once in a
You
while.
got the paradox effect going on.
It really freaks people out. They go, are we cut off? Did they hang up?
Pregnant balls.
I'm telling you, what I've done with the downtime, man, is like, if you've been listening to the show, you listen to me ramble on. Like, I hit this jazz kick for a couple weeks. That came and went. Then I just got hooked up with this other jazz bass I got, man, and I just been playing the bass nonstop for a couple weeks now. It's just insane what I've done with the downtime of what I've done. So my hat's off to you guys for starting a whole project. This is cool.
And you make me sit here and be jealous now, man. You hurt my feelings.
What?
I mean, that's a good way. Like, damn it, Johnson.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think Fred has really mastered the upright organ in this downtime. I don't.
Yeah, Fred.
He seems relaxed.
We got to speak on Fred a little bit.
All right.
Fred has stepped up his game a lot. He took up the keyboards. Which added a whole new element to the band and just really, opened us up wide open to really must play anything we want to play.
Yeah.
And not to swell Jim's head any, but we got one of the better frontmen in the area, and his broad vocal range just really keeps it, it keeps the door wide open to anything we want to play. There's not much we can't bring to the table and figure out some way how to do it.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, sir.
Well, give us a couple tunes of what we can expect to hear when we come to see y'all play live. Give us a couple tunes.
All right, Jim, you tell them.
What would you like to hear?
Just give us a sampler of, like, tell me the 5 favorite tunes you like playing in this band.
People always ask that, and it's like, it's very difficult. You play all these songs all the time, and somebody puts you on the spot. You're like, what's your favorite? And you're like, blank.
I think my new favorite one's Banditos.
Well, I was going to say Banditos because that, even in practice, man, I've played that song 100 times. And just in practice, we sit there and we're almost like we're doing it live in front of people because we're just carrying on, jumping around, and it just, the music just kind of takes a hold of you. And that's probably one of the better ones we do energy-wise right now.
All right.
But we're doing stuff from like Hoobastank, Imagine Dragons, oh God, now I'm drawing brain.
I know, right? I should have brought a list of them stuff.
Motley Crue, Ozzy, Ozzy Osbourne, of course, and Buck Cherry.
Good. It's a good mix of some older stuff and some early 2000s stuff. Then splashing a couple current tunes. The new Bruno Mars song "Blow." We actually throw in there, and that's not, I don't know if it's his new song now, but it's one of his newer songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're a social party band, just like the name
says. That's it. We want everybody to have a good time, and and if everyone's having a good time, then we're doing our job. We want everybody to be part of the show and feel like when they come to our show, it's going to be nothing but fun.
I get.
And that's the fact that the set list is so versatile that if you don't like what you're hearing, hang out for 5 or 10 minutes. It's going to change drastically.
Without a doubt.
We jump from one genre to another, crazily.
Sometimes all in one song if we're playing our signature song. I don't know if we could say the real name of it on there, but... why not?
Yeah.
We have a medley called Shit in the Box instead of Man in the Box, I guess. And that's the funny thing. You would kind of think that Man in the Box was in the medley, and it's not.
Well,
but it's just a crazy medley of what's it got? 9 or 10 different tunes mixed to it.
Going from Eminem to the Rolling Stones to Bon Jovi to just you name it.
Queen, Bobby Brown.
Well, I think that's awesome, and I want to get back to you worrying about naming the song on here. I gotta address this real quick because they dropped a word that we have to cut out later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I think it's kind of fucked up that happened. So, all right, here we are.
Take out
come on, Jim.
I'm just screwing with you guys, having a good time, man. That's awesome, man. You got to have fun,
Right.
We do.
Yeah, that's what this is all about. Just having fun, And I say this all the time, and people laugh about it. It's kind of rough for us, to get out there and be relevant, in today's market. We're a bunch of old guys, man, trying to play in a 25-year-old sandbox.
I mean, you guys are still in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Come on, I appreciate that.
Yep, I'm 30, rode hard and put away wet, I guess.
So I think we're okay then. All right, great.
Yeah. For season, for sure.
Yeah, but that's the thing, and just in my mentality and, with it, and that's all of us when we're in there, we just really, put a lot of effort into making it really tight and making it sound really good because, like I said, when you go out to a lot of these bars that are having bands play, the average crowd anymore is 25 to 35, 25 to 40, and it's like we grew up on.
Yeah.
Right.
So you gotta keep that set list mixed up and play popular stuff that they would like too, and like I said, and with us being a bunch of old geezers, we gotta play it twice as good.
All right, well, that brings me to my next question. I want to go around the room and get your current rig set up. I want to break down the gear. What are you guys jamming on? One at a time. I'll let y'all who wants to go first?
Curtis, go first.
All right. What I have my original bass I play is a Fender Jazz 5-string passive. That's my main monster. I love the tone.
Right.
I have an Albans 1992 5-string that's active. That was my first 5-string. Excuse me. I have a 1985 Charvel with a 4-string that's active that my wife bought me back in 1985, original numbers with the shout on it, which will be coming out in the show because of tunes we play. And then I have a SC PRS 5-string, which my wife gave me a hard time because I bought it because I don't always play a 4-string, which I never always play a 4-string, but I bought it because I wanted it. Then I have a Rudy, brain's freezing.
Rudy Sarzo.
Sarzo's a bass, acoustic, Ovation bass. A buddy of mine bought me, a friend of mine from way back, gave it to me, bought it. And then I have a Fender TV 1200. And
right.
Yeah, and I'm using a bass fly rig now. Yeah.
Right. That's cool, man. I love the gear. Love those basses. That's real cool.
In here, AM30s, the IMEs and Sennheiser, and then have another rig that's set up strictly if I want to use a cabinet. I got the 410 Fender cab and got all kinds of other stuff. But pretty much going, like Jay said, doing a silent rig setup in the background now. No backline for the most part.
I got you. That Charvel bass from the 80s, did you get that from Hot Licks?
That on 925, the store when Paul McDermott opened it up.
Wow, dude, you got one of the original Charvel.
Yes, I do. The Tweed Chase with the Charvel, Black Cherry Purple, and a bunch of things that's played from the Bayou many times. And other bands I've been with back in my earlier stint in life.
I dig it. All right, who's next?
Go ahead, George.
Oh, all right. So drum-wise, my stage gets an old Ludwig from the early 70s,
Sure.
3-ply maple shells. I'm a big fan of 24-inch bass drum. I just think it has a nice low-end kick to it. I've been playing 24 since like the 70s. I've been doing it a while, but that's not to say I don't like the other sizes. I also have 20, 22, 26, and 28. But yeah, 24-inch bass is really a great compromise. And the old Ludwig shells really sing too.
Yeah.
Cymbal-wise, I like Tasty. I'm either using Roots or 2002s. And my snare is either going to be a Ludwig Black Beauty or this other one, which I really like. It's a Yamaha Recording Custom aluminum shell. Super dry, just has a killer crack without a lot of extra ring. It's a great snare.
Nice.
George sounds hot when he talks about his drums. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I can feel your excitement over the phone.
It's doing
It's
things
just
for us,
4-piece,
too.
kick, snare, tom, 4-tom, keep it simple.
I like that. I like that. I like to hear a drummer say, "I keep it simple." That goes a long way.
My job is to get up there, find that pocket if I can, and just stay in it.
I love it.
The rest of it just is like a little bit of cherry on top. But for the most part, I'm just trying to find the pocket, stay there.
There you go. You're driving the bus, man. You want to stay between the lines.
Yeah, that's right. That's if I can find that pocket, then everything else kind of helps fall in place.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that a lot.
Sweet. All right, who's up?
I'll go ahead and go next. This is Jay. I have my main guitar. I play as a 1991 PRS Custom 24. It's actually very rare. It's got it actually has a Gotal Tune-O-Matic bridge on it, and that's actually factory. Everybody sees the guitar all the time, and that's fake. That's not a PRS bridge, but it's actually a very rare guitar. Ever since I got my hands on it, I don't want to play anything else, unfortunately. I do have 6 other PRSs, 2 of them that I play live right now as well, and one's a 2001 Custom 22 with a 10 top, and that one's got Dragon 2 pickups in it. Got my own, I pulled the 5-way switches out of all my PRSs and put 3-way toggles in them and push-pull tone pots. So I end up with 6 tones instead of 5. And then there's the secret sauce in there that I can't let anybody know about what's going on in the wiring that makes it sound the way it does. That's my ancient Chinese secret. John Ingram, the original luthier from PRS, he's the one that works on this guitar for me. And last time he worked on it, he grabbed that thing and he said, "Yeah, man, check this out." And it was like, man, it sounded even better than it did before. And I was like, "Man, what did you do?" And he's like, "Yeah." He just pointed to it, and I was like, "All right, I got you." So, but anyway, got that. I also play on a 2013 PRS P22. I use that for when I need an acoustic guitar. So I get to mix acoustic and electric, kind of while when I play that, a lot of people come up and they say, "What are you doing to get an acoustic sound like that?" And I was like, "It's just a piezo bridge or piezo," that other big argument of how you pronounce it. But anyway, got that. And anymore, I play through a Fractal AX8. I have multiple tube amp rigs at home in my garage, and I do love them, don't get me wrong, but 3 back surgeries later, I don't need to take a pickup truckload of gear to a gig to sound good.
Yes!
That,
I
love
hearing this.
Don't care what any guitar player says. I'll put my Fractal up against your rig any day of the week. I'll dial your rig in, and you turn your back, and you won't tell the difference. I'll clone your rig, and you won't tell the difference. So it's just use technology. It's there. There's no reason to lug around, full stacks anymore, and not for what we're doing.
No.
If you're out on the road, making a living and touring and all that, by all means. But think about it now. Most of them guys on tour are using Fractals too.
Right.
Big slot rigs.
So there's not too many live amps on stage anymore. And
roadies got expensive.
yeah. And I mean, touring. I mean, just everything gets expensive. Even us down on our level. People don't realize that. They talk about. You want to talk about that real quick. The cutthroat budget that's going on right now. Of course, everybody's hurting. But of course, now everybody's expecting the bands to take the hit because the rest of the clubs. They haven't been open for months, and
I think every band that's in the area that's played the circuit owes the circuit one free show.
Oh, I agree 100%.
To help out and get kickstarted. I can see one free show.
100%.
After that.
And a matter of fact, as that's being said, that's already been said that, something that we're doing. Not to say that, let's say I play in another band as well. Well, I don't want to bring that into this one, but we're doing the same thing. We got a free show coming up to just, help out the place because they've been so loyal to us over the years. We'll do the same thing with this band. But you're absolutely right on that. But
what's funny, it's one of the things we actually brought up in practice when we were all, without even discussing it first, on the same page. And
that was what, almost a month and a half ago, we all sat down and said, "Hey, we're going to call, say, hey, and it was our main venues that we frequent,
Right. That's cool, man. I'm glad to hear that you guys were on board with that because I was thinking about that today. I think everybody band just owes the Southern Maryland music scene that one free show to help everybody get established, just for camaraderie.
Absolutely. Yep.
So that's cool. Hey, well,
hell, through the COVID thing, I've done at least 9 free acoustic shows since this all started.
Right, you're doing stuff at the house.
And raising money for, different things. A few of them I took donations for causes for.
Right.
And that was a good thing, was able to raise a little bit of money here and there.
Yeah, that's cool. So, hey, Jim, do you play at all, or you just sing?
I just sing. I'm the no-town of the band. My voice is my instrument. I let those guys, get the music all perfect, and I just kind of jump around and make sure everybody's, entertained.
I ain't gonna lie, I saw you blow on a trumpet before.
He's the master of ceremonies.
Right.
All right.
I'm sorry about that. I had to go there.
That's good. Yeah, back in the day, I did.
You remember band camp, right?
I do remember band camp. This one time at band camp, I can't talk about.
Okay.
Brings up horrible memories.
So basically, Jim, you're the ear candy of this whole thing, man.
That's what I like to call myself. In fact, that might have been one of the names we may have thrown out. Who knows? But it was such a vast array of nonsense. But yeah, I like to think I can hold a tune, and I definitely like to think I can entertain, because you can ask the guys, I don't think they mind. I'm off stage more than I'm on stage when we're doing a show, and I like to get in everyone's face and just make sure everyone's just, partying it up as much as they can.
There you
He's
go,
very
man.
sociable.
I was getting ready to say he's social.
Yeah, very, 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 very sociable.
I like to call myself socially delicious, if you will.
Socially delicious. That's going to be one of our new catchphrases.
Delicious.
Sociably delicious.
Yeah.
Socially delicious.
Yeah, that's the other thing, trying to come up with good slogan lines to put on the T-shirts and stuff. It's always something good to come up with.
I'm sure something will come up at a show. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth, and before you know it, it'll probably be a slogan somewhere. Who knows?
Yeah. Let's just hope one that doesn't get us thrown out of the club.
I understand that. All right, dudes. Well, this has been an awesome interview. We've cranked through the time, but I want to get this last question in. It's the signature question, and I'm actually jonesed out to hear the answers that are going to come out of you guys' mouths. So we're gonna play best gig, worst gig. You answer in any order you want, but you got to answer both. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Curtis.
All right, let's do it, Curtis.
Couple of gigs. Scenarios. Years back, the singer didn't show up for a gig.
Not me. Not me.
A no-show, missed in action. Another one was when a guitar player didn't show up for a gig. It's like, oh, come on, I'm just a bass player. 1 of 5, 1 of 3, whatever the people are. But anyways, that's probably the worst part of what I've had to deal with, besides our own personal thing. But the best gig was playing the Bayou, playing Stardust 6 months after learning how to play bass back in the day, and playing Bike Week every year.
Nice.
That's been the best. And playing the other way with, and playing with some awesome musicians throughout my years of my jamming career, and the guys that I'm still jamming with, and a couple others.
Nice.
Peace, my friend. That's what that
Yeah.
That's Big
I
Curtis's
like that.
answers.
That's
Nice.
great, man.
I'm serious. That's the way I feel.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm digging it.
That's what we wanted. An honest answer on how you feel. I love that.
Right.
Love it.
I'll jump in there.
All right.
I'm not originally from this area. I grew up in Virginia Beach, and so most of my musical memories come from the Hampton Roads area. But I'd say, one gig in particular that was so bad. They'll say a sound man will make or break you, and that it's 150% accurate. We had one particular sound guy that couldn't get it right, and it was so bad that people were actually leaving, and it wasn't had anything to do with us. We actually had to shut it down because the sound man couldn't get it right, and I'd walk out of there with my tail between my legs and vow to come back bigger and better, which we did, but it wasn't any fun for that whole thing, set and a half that we had to put up with it. As far as a great gig, I'm with Curtis since I've been here playing Bike Week. Just it's incredible. You get to play Rockstar for a little bit and play in front of 1,000 or so people out there, and there's nothing better than that, and watching these people have a great time, and then just the noise they can come up with and generate when they're enjoying what you're doing. It's just it's a lot of fun. One other thing I'll say, I got to mention this one too. Being from Hampton Roads, I don't know if anyone's familiar with the Norva. It's in Norfolk. It's one of the top venues in the area. And we actually, one of the bands I was in, got to headline that a few years back, and so I'd have to throw that in there as one of my top gigs ever playing. So
Nice.
a lot of fun.
All right.
Cool. All right.
I'll go next. I'm with Curtis and Jim. I really enjoy Bike Week for the same reasons. It's great to play in front of the big crowds. Plus, that whole week is great. There's a lot of really fun rock bands up there, local guys and national acts. A lot of great energy. Really have a good time. For my worst gig, I'll tell a quick story. Years back, I was in a band called Dunbar, named after the guitar player Bob Dunbar. And we were a top 40 band, but he booked us into a club by convincing them that we were a rock band because it was a rock club. He sort of padded our set list a little bit with stuff we didn't really do.
Yeah.
So we went up and we did the rockiest set we could, but it was still not what they wanted. So we finished the set and they kicked us out. So we're packing our stuff out, and this girl at the bar looked at me and said, Dunbar, huh? Oh, you're done in this bar.
Oh.
It's like, put him down.
Try the veal.
Damn.
My worst gig. You want my really worst gig, or do we have to keep this clean, or what?
It's your time. You tell it how
Yeah,
you
dude,
want.
I'm interested. Let's go for it.
All right, so I'm kind of had two worst ones. I was playing Hotel Charles one night.
I know where this is going.
And at that time, I was the lead singer of the band and rhythm guitar player, and we sitting there playing, and we used to have this thing where we would trade our T-shirts for bras at once upon a time, but it got so expensive that we started this thing where you had to give us their thong to get a free T-shirt. Well, anyway, about 4 or 5 thongs come flying up on the stage while we're playing the Nickelback tunes, and next thing you know, this one comes flying up on the stage and sticks to my shoulder. My right shoulder while I'm sitting there playing. And it's like, So we get done playing the song anyway, and I hold it up to the crowd, and on the patch of it, it said, porn star in training. And
Typical Southern Maryland.
yeah, good old Southern Maryland. Well, it was kind of funny when I fling that thing back out into the crowd parted like the Red Sea. It was pretty foul. It wasn't good. As I was holding it up and I caught a whiff of it, it was like, whoa. And, had to step off stage for a little while, do a shot, recollect myself before I could get back up on stage. It was a mess.
Did you have a catchy name for that, Jay?
You know what the bad thing is? That song is still hanging on the moose if you go in there to this day.
Oh my God, it is, isn't it?
I got to talk to Jeff about that.
Did you guys like stop that promotion after this and just say that's it, no more of that?
Yeah. So anyway, we don't do that. Definitely don't do that. I think the other worst one was a few years back. We were playing this club over in Annapolis, and the lead singer's girlfriend got into some kind of quarrel out on the deck, and next thing you know, our lead singer's out there duking it out with some dude right in the middle of our set.
Yeah.
And then the bad thing was the bouncers were pretty cool and kind of split it up and told him to get back on stage. And which was cool, I was like, I was pretty sure we was out the door when I turned over my shoulder and seen all this. But it wasn't 2 seconds later, he was back out there again, and them two are locking horns again out on the deck. And next thing you know, management comes over, looks at me, does the cutthroat, and
there it was. They gave you a chance to just say, all right, let it go. We've paid you. We want our money's worth. We paid you. You're gonna play.
Right, and it just couldn't happen.
No. And this is
couldn't happen.
This was Annapolis and not like Southern Maryland. This was
in Annapolis. That was, Yes, I guess some people would think, there's places in Southern Maryland that could happen.
I love it. I love Annapolis has a bad reputation too. I like it. They're not better than us.
Right. And like I said, best gigs again, of course, headlining the big stage, Ocean City Bike Week, I've been playing myself personally. I think I'm on year 10 or 11 myself playing out there.
This month.
So, I think I'm on year 11. This year will be my 12th year playing it. And it's always awesome. Always such a good time, Great people and great bands out there. All the bands that play out there, all of them are really cool, and everybody just has a good time.
Yeah,
camaraderie is great. We all hang out, and you're right. It's just a good, fun few days.
I've had a run since 2004 up there.
Wow.
For the most, a couple of years maybe missing in between.
Nice. That's cool.
Right. There you go.
And we're already set up for 2020, the 20-year anniversary.
Yeah, that's this year's 20-year anniversary.
Oh, wow.
And where's that at? Ocean City?
Ocean City at Bike Week. We play at a place called Wild Bill's where we play at. It's actually, the big main stage is in the parking lot of the Atlantic Hotel, right across from the Cork Bar.
Nice.
Cool.
And block off that whole parking lot, put a big stage out there, and
He's got inside.
and then the bar, Wild Bill's, then the bands play inside. So there's always a band playing outside, always a band inside.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
Got their shit together, man.
They got their shit together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dig it.
It's actually September 17th to September 20th, actually.
Now, is that like...
I know exactly what dates we have at this moment, but they're in the... Believe me, they're...
We'll know in the next couple of days what our time slots are.
Yep.
It'll all be on the website.
Yep.
So we got some dates coming into. I'm in working with my booking agent, and as soon as some more live venues start opening up, some more gigs up north are going to start coming in.
That's cool, man. That's real cool. What I need, though, is I need George. I need you to send me a headshot, man.
Okay, how can I get that to you?
Through Facebook Messenger.
You got it. I'll send it over, man.
Yeah, send it over. That way I can update it, because I got Fred's mugshot in the deal, because I thought he was coming on tonight. So you're coming in, so I got to sub that picture out. So.
Yep, I'll send it over.
Go on Fred's behalf, man. He's got some good equipment. Like, we'll let Jay elaborate. But one thing I want to say, him and Frankie Clark go way back, and everybody knows Frankie Clark back in the day. And Jay had a tribute made up for him for his memorial. Make a long story short, Fred had played with me about 12 years ago, and he lost one PRS in a fire.
Right.
Frankie Clark had given him a PRS.
Actually, PRS gave him the PRS.
I don't know. I mean,
So story was, 12 years ago, Fred lost all his gear in the house fire.
Right.
And Frankie went and told Paul about it.
Right.
And Paul told him to bring the burnt PRS to the factory. And they took the burnt PRS to the factory, and Paul just basically, looked at Fred and waved his arm across this rack of PRSs and said, "I'll trade you."
Yeah.
And he ended up getting a really, really nice, it was a custom 24, really nice 10 top. And then, like I said, everybody knows Frankie Clark, guitar legend around here, just passed away recently. Anyway, I had this real nice memorial done of his PRS Casper floating up off the stage with angel wings on it and all that. Fred actually went and had that put on the back of the guitar as a tribute for Frankie. So that's one of his main guitars he's going to be playing is that custom 24 with the Frankie tribute on the back. And he's playing through a Line 6 Helix, and it has a chord keyboard. It's a chord keyboard.
Yeah. I dig it. Yeah, I've seen that picture of that guitar. I know the story. I sold Fred a Telecaster Elite back in the day that I actually delivered to the dealership to him in person. But he told me about that story then, about how the guitars got burned up and he got that one. So that's just really cool stuff about the Maryland Brotherhood, man. PRS helping out some artists, man. That's cool.
Yeah. Paul Reed Smith, man, he's such a good guy, man. He really does take care of us local artists, When I had issues with one of mine, they took care of it right away, And I'm kind of lucky to have Orky and a couple other guys that, I have two main guys that work on my guitars most of the time, and really no preference between the two of them. They're both phenomenal at what they do. A lot of times it just boils down to how much time do I have to get it there and back. One of them is 45 minutes away, and one of them's 2.5 hours away.
Wow.
But they're like the only two guys I will let work on my guitars. So.
I understand it. Well, damn, dudes. This has been cool, man. We coming up almost in an hour. I appreciate the time tonight. I think the audience definitely knows who your band is now.
That's cool, man. We look forward to seeing everybody out there. Get out there. Jim. He's a hell of a front man. He's going to entertain you. We got a rock solid lineup. It's going to be a good time.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Definitely gonna have fun.
Come on out and be social.
Exactly. Well, and that applies this Thursday at 8:00 for the episode premiere. I expect to see all you guys on the live chat, sharing the episode and hanging out. All right.
Sounds good.
Appreciate you having us.
Yeah.
Hey, really, thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, good job, guys. Way to survive the pandemic and come out with a new project out of it. We love this.
Yeah, that's good.
So congratulations to you guys for putting in the hard work, getting yourselves out there together through times when a lot of people would have given up. So I want to say thank you to you guys. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure for us to have you on here, and thank you for your time tonight. That means a lot to us. So
Yeah, definitely.
It means a lot to me. I know the rest of the guys for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Without a doubt.
all right,
Awesome.
guys.
Well, we'll cut you loose. We'll let you go. George, send me that headshot. That way I can get it so I can edit tonight, and we'll be all
You got it.
sound as a pound.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good, man.
All right,
Thank
guys.
you, fellas. Thanks,
right.
Dan. Thanks, Dan and Alban. Appreciate it, guys.
Oh, thank you
Thank you,
guys,
gentlemen.
man. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you.
All right, guys. See you guys later.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Be well.
Later, Gators.
All right.
There it is, dude. The band's social.
Hell yeah, man. 4 people on the call.
Yeah, man. It was a good interview, dude.
A lot of energy, man.
Lot
They're
of
they're
energy.
excited to get out.
Dude, you could just feel it, man. They're just ready to explode on the scene and get playing.
Like I said, I mean what I said to those guys when they, about finding something in the recent 2 or 3 months where things have been hard, difficult and hard. Here they come, put something together during that and say, well, we're going to come out when this thing's ready to come out.
Yeah.
And here it is. And, I mean, that's good for them. So I really enjoyed having them on there. You could tell they're having a good time, man. And that's the key to anything we do. All of us, no matter what we do, is having a good time.
Have a good time.
They enjoy each other. You can hear the positive energy, the laughing. I love that. That's the energy, man.
Dude, I dig that they're going to the Hartford soundstage and
Yeah.
doing all that to get the promo stuff made. They're just doing it one shot, doing it right one time. Not pussyfooting around
No.
and doing like, we'll do a 45-second clip.
They have a very clear objective of what they want to accomplish.
Right.
And they're going to do it. I already know they're going to do it.
So, yeah. So
You can tell.
And they're cool with hanging out with us and checking in regularly so we can watch their progress. So we're at the ground level of the band.
Yep.
Band's been together for a couple weeks now. They're formally finalized and they're ready, man. So just kind of cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
So you got a bunch of veteran guys getting together and they're ready to go.
That's it, dude.
Love it.
Dude, episode 77, the social episode.
Ha.
Love it.
That's right.
Dude, I think we hit all the points, man.
Absolutely, they did.
Hey, let's just sing home the sponsors real quick, and then we'll get on out of here, all right?
Yeah.
So we got Allied Renovations, Christopher Lane Tattoos, Cooper Construction, Island Music Company, doing the Guitar of the Week, which is really cool. Love that. Can't wait for this week. David Higgins, Southern Maryland Chronicle. He hosts our site, our page there, too.
That's right.
Town of Leonardtown hosted our episodes on their arts and entertainment page.
That's right.
So go check it out. So that's real rad. I definitely dig that. Real cool. So, I mean, dude, it's all happening here. This episode's phenomenal, and we're coming up on hour and 40-some minutes, man. This is cool.
This is a great timing of the episode. This is perfect. I like this time frame.
Right. I always shoot for that hour 45.
Yeah.
But you have that 15 minutes in case something happens.
Yeah, we're typically about 2:05.
Right.
Or
Right.
sometimes 2:40, depending on what's going on.
What's going on?
But this is a comfortable spot, and thanks to the sponsors like Dan just named all the sponsors. Thanks to all the sponsors. Thanks to Sean Kirkpatrick for being a weekly fixture on this show, part of the family.
Yep.
Appreciate that guy as well. I just want to finish by saying, everybody, hang in there, be good to each other. We're doing well. Everyone's doing well. We're still here. We will still continue to be here. Be good to each other. That's my message, man.
That's it.
Just don't be a dick.
It's right.
Plain and simple. Don't
Plain
be a
and
dick.
simple, man. Plain and simple.
I love you all.
Right. Well, dude, I'm ready to get out of here, man. You ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right, guys. Well, Guitar Guru Nation, we thank you for your listenership every week. It's another fantastic episode, I believe, in the books. Recorded, documented, and we look forward to next week's show, episode 78, man.
Yeah.
So, and I got a nice guest set up, so pay attention to the the Facebook announcements because it could be hit or miss. You never know.
You never know.
So, but just pay attention. It's coming. The episode next week, 78, is going to be awesome, too. So,
sweet.
Dude, it's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 music choice. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio.
Come on. Get a clean one in there. Come on. You can do it.
All right, I can do it. We got time. We got 40 seconds. I got to cut this promo right now. All right, here we go. It's Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan. We're Southern Maryland's #1 choice for music talk radio. We'll catch you guys next week.
Yeah.